for the past week, I've been trying to theory craft a good, solid, free-to-play friendly style Kronos B10 team using only units that are rares and fusible and ripple dimension units with somewhat free-to-play friendly early game. I mean, we're not all early game. There are some people that have been playing for months already, even though the game just came out. So I've been trying to theory craft a nice team that anyone can build for Kronos B10. And there are teams that you can use with free-to-play friendly units like that are just rares, because there's some decent rares. However, the relic requirements for those teams, for those units to actually clear Kronos, because they're basically speed teams for the most part, pretty ridiculous. Like, it's not ridiculous, like you can get them, but it's definitely not like an early game kind of like been playing for a week or two situation. It's like you have to been playing for like a couple months to actually get the relics required, and then you also have to fully upgrade them. You have to max their resonance or upgrade their resonance at least, get the ascensions. I mean, everything that we're going to look at today has ascensions upgraded, but it kind of brought me to the same conclusion because I was like looking at the different skills on the units. I was looking at the activation rates, like who has attack power break, who has speed break, who has attack age down. As far as rare units or easily attainable units, there is, and this is the same situation that, I'm not saying that the DISLYTE is the only one doing this, it's the same situation that we saw in Awakened Chaos Era, is that they had rare units that are good, they had like easily attainable units that are good. However, some of the units that you need for certain dungeons are some of the more like the epic style of units. So like, for example, SANDER is in like well, there's a couple units that are like epics that are in everyone's Kronos B10 team. There's not really too much stuff that's like just rare teams and just farmable and whatever. Everyone's like, for the most part, everyone's just using SANDER because SANDER has a lot of single target attack age reduction, which is very strong against the boss, who, if he gets turns, he can kill one thing and then he can get more turns, and then the crystal on the right gives him more turns on top of that. So unfortunately, while there is free-to-play friendly units for it, there's still a lot of what I'm trying to say, the long way of me saying this, what I'm trying to say is that there are certain units and certain skills that are missing from the game, that kind of, because there's really not that many. Let's take a look at the amount of actual rare unit. There's not that many, and some of them are like, what would you do for like do you need, oh, we just got Suhua, by the way, but like, what is this? 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 22. So 22. And that's including the shimmer ones. 22 rares. That's it. Compared to like some of the other games where it's like, yeah, there's 200 rares. Like, I'm not saying there needs to be 200, but there are definitely some holes in like the skill sets, and especially like if you're looking for a certain element, like that's another thing. Like for Kronos, like you're really not going to be using the wind stuff. Well, you're really not going to be using David anyway, but you're really not going to be using wind stuff. So you want to use something like Leon does a lot of damage, but he also requires, like, he also has high rune requirements to actually get him doing that damage. Chalmers is another one that does big damage. Like, you can use him if you have, did I say rune requirements? You can use him if you have the relics that are really going to make him shine, but it's really hard to actually make something that works like free-to-play friendly early game. If we think about it, how many units are in the, like, this has element advantage, so that's 1, that's 2, this is, so we're not ever going to bring this in, so 1, 2, Jean has element advantage, Jean, Jean, whatever, so 3, what else do we have? 4, Chengpu. Actually, Chengpu I do like. I just got the Suhua, but I don't see any reason of using Suhua instead of Changpu. If we already have Changpu, we already upgraded Changpu. So we have, what, 4? That was the final tally. We have 4 rare units that have element advantage. We're actually missing, like, and there's not a whole lot of attack power breaks or attack age reduction downs. There's like actual skill sets, utility missing in the game because they want you to spend. They're like, you have rares. They're easy to get, but we want you to spend the money on the discs to try to get the epics. And then it's like, oh, well, you just use this epic, use that epic. So we're gonna use SANDER today because everyone's using SANDER in their. I mean, he's a fantastic unit for Kronos, but he's kind of like, there's crutches. Like, there's a couple units that like everyone's just using these couple units in certain teams, and if you don't have those, well, summon until you get them. Unfortunately, it's mobile games. This is what they do. This is not just DISLYTE. This is Awakened Chaos Era that has done this. Raid Shadow Legends has done this. Summoners War really didn't do this so much. Epic 7 didn't do this so much. But there's other games that do the same thing. It's like, oh, just summon until you get one of these units. That is... whatever. Let's just see how he does in Kronos. So here's an example of a team that's mostly free-to-play friendly. However, also it's the double puppy dog team. So it's somewhat free-to-play friendly. However, it's also has the Sander, which you have to actually summon because everyone. I mean, he's got the speed lead and he's got also turn denial for the boss. So basically, the game plan is we have three supports because Dahlia is really not doing any damage. Dahlia is the only thing that's doing damage. Well, the Sander's doing a little bit of damage, but Drew does most of the damage, right? So we have turn advantage, turn cycling, turn advantage, whatever from the Dahlia. We also have attack buff, we have crit buff, and then we have some turn denial from the Sander. And then we have the Drew is doing the damage, the other puppy dog, the Anubis. And then Changpu is doing some immunity, she's doing some heals. We also have the support from, we got the AP down right there, the attack gauge down. We also have the support from the Gabrielle, who's doing the defense buff. She's doing attack power breaks on the boss, and she's doing immune. Well, we have two immunity units, really. So how much damage? Not bad. Could be better, but not bad. And then we get some damage over there, but we have the defense buff, so we don't insta-die like crazy. But this is... Who's moving next? I was trying to look at the attack gauge, and she's like, crit animation. No, the boss is moving next. Good job, attack gauge reduction. But the tower increased the attack gauge. So that's the reason for that. Okay, so we should have Dahlia's skill 3 right there. Attack everything up, attack power up, crit rate up, attack gauge up. We got the attack down for the boss. We got the slow for the boss. We have some Sander Sandstorms. But this is an example of a team that's mostly free-to-play friendly, and Sander is a must-build for any Kronos team. So this is what we currently have on the Sander. He's not fully resonanced. I'm not sure what I was going to say. He's fully ascended. He is fully ascended. He's fully skilled up as far as his abilities are concerned. Everything is fully skilled up because I want that. And he also has the... so it's basically just giving you a speed advantage between him and Dahlia, and then limiting the boss's turns. Although we didn't really see him limiting a ton of boss turns over here, but it's for the most part single turn, single target, limiting the boss's turn there, limiting the AP, right? Keeps AP reducing, and also increases his speed as well. So he is here on, he's got speed, he's got crit damage, he's got attack. I wanted to upgrade these some more just to make it more reliable, give him some more speed. I just want him to be fast as possible. Keep limiting the boss as much as possible. I want this to be faster too. We did have to actually upgrade her abilities. So she is fully maxed on her abilities. She could be faster as well. All this stuff could be faster, and she's also I don't know what that was supposed to be. She is also only 5-star. This is only 5-star. This is only 5-star. However, they are, try to actually upgrade them. But anyway, that is the Kronos 10 team. Wanted to do a more free-to-play friendly version, and ultimately we will do it as soon as we get more. But some of these units are only 5 stars, right? Some of these units are only 5-star right now. Ultimately, we will get better relics, and then we will do a more budget version that also can potentially be faster. Anyway, that's it for this one. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you as always in the next one.